bless you all. Let you all open all your three eyes.
Nithyananda, welcome to Kailasa's Nithyananda Yoga. We'll begin with the Sadguru Vandana. Nithyanandam Paramasukhalam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gagana Sadrusham Tattvamasyadiraksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadhi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Keep your eyes closed. We'll be entering into Shiv Mantra Japa 11 times internally. Om Ham Ham Shivaya Namaha. Om Ham Shivaya Namaha. Om Ham 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 Ham Shivaya Namaha. Now we'll be entering into the conscious visualization, Sankalpa. Before that, we'll be entering into the Tattvachani. Understanding that yoga is a ritual and yoga is from Paramashiva, the authentic yoga from the source which the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam has revived. So let's enter into this ritualistic cleansing. Place your hands in Gokarna Mudra, and every time you hear the word Swada, sip the water from the base of your hand, palms. So let's begin. Om Atu Tattvam Sodhayami Swada. Take the water, Udhani of water again. Om Vidya Tattvam Sodhayami Swada. Om Shivadatvam Shodayami Sudha. Now, raise your hands and with the base of the thumb, wipe your upper lip and the lower lip. Om Ham Vidyaya Namaha. Once again, raise your hand and with the index finger, middle finger, and the ring finger, touch the upper lip and the lower lip. Raise the hands again. Now, with the index finger and the thumb, touch your right nostril, left nostril. With the ring finger and the thumb, touch your right eye, right ear, left ear. Raise your hands again. Now with your little finger and the thumb, touch your navel center, right chest, left chest, and with all the fingers together, touch your crown center, right shoulder, left shoulder, and the heart center. Raise your hands again. Now we'll be entering into the sankalpa, the conscious resolution. Clasp your hands on your right thumb, on your right thigh, and begin. Om Mamopata Samasta Duridashaya Dwara Bhagavad Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Prityartham Shri Nithyanandeshwari Paramashiva Shakti Sameta Shri Nithyanandeshwara Paramashiva Prityartham Cha Adya Purvokta Evam Guna Visheshena Visishtayan Asyam Savatidhav Puna Arogyukta Dharata Yogic Sarira Siddhartham Paramashiva Shakti Aviskarnartham Nithyananda Yoga Abhyasam Karishe. Raise your hands again. Om Apaprishya. Now, we'll be entering into the Nithyananda Yoga, starting with the Prathama Vinyasa Krama. So, let's prepare ourselves to enter into this sequence of Nithyananda Yoga, which includes the Prathama Vinyasa Krama, Dvitiya Vinyasa Krama, Tritiya Vinyasa Krama, Chaturtha Vinyasa Krama, and Panchama Vinyasa Krama. So, we'll be beginning with the first asana in the sequence of Prathama Vinyasa Krama, which is Sukhasana. So, as you are seated comfortably in a cross-legged posture, with your head, neck, spine in a straight line, hands in the Bindu Mudra, hands in the Bindu Mudra where your index finger and thumb is touching. Place your hands in the Bindu Mudra on your knees. Inhale deeply. Visualize heat or flame raising up along the spine. Bring your awareness at the navel center and hold the breath as long as comfortably in Samana Bhumika. When you can't hold anymore, completely exhale and pull the stomach, abdomen in and up in Uddiyana Bandha, engage Mool Bandha and Jalandhar Bandha, touch your chin to the chest. All three bandhas together is called as Mahavakya Bandha. Visualize yourself seated as Lord Paramashiva upon mountain Kailasha. Chant the japa Shivoham, Shivoham. Now let's enter into the Sastramana. Tatsukhasanamityuktam asaktastas samacharet asanam vijitam yena jitam tena jagatrayam. You can relax as we get ready to enter into the next asana, which is Parvatasana. In Parvatasana, you'll be bringing your legs on the top of opposite thigh in Padmasana. So you can straighten your legs and bring one leg on the opposite thigh and then the other leg on the opposite thigh. You can have little practice if you are still studying in Padmasana. You can practice a little while and then slowly you will see the consistency. With consistency, you will be able to perform Padmasana. Now, once you are in Padmasana, slowly bring your hands in Anjali Mudra in front of your chest, and then slowly raise it above the head. And perform once again Samana Kumbhaka, where you inhale deeply. Visualize the heat flame raging up along the spine, bringing your awareness to the navel center, and hold as long as comfortable. And when you can't hold anymore, exhale completely. Engage Mool Bandha, pull the stomach up in and up in Udyan Bandha, and tuck the chin, the chest in Jalandhar Bandha. All these bandhas together is called as Mahamudra Bandha. Chant Japa, Soham, Soham. Visualize yourself as Mount Kailasa, completely unmoving and stable. See yourself foundation rooted with unshakable strength, your form towering in clarity and purity. And let's enter into the Sastha Pramana. Adavakshe Mahadeva Parvatasana Mangalam Yatritva Sirirupisya Shatchakra Divilopanam. You can relax, bring your hands down. Now we'll be entering into the next asana, which is Halipavasana. So in a Halipavasana, you can bring the feet together in front of you, toes of the feet together, which is heels are near the groin. Relax your hips, and hold your left hand with the right hand behind, and slowly lean forward, bringing your forehead on the ground beyond the toes. Pressing down abruptly, make sure that you are doing it gently, or even rounding your back. Make sure that you are having bending from the lower back. Perform Shambhavi Mudra, where you keep your eyes open and steady, gazing outward while awareness rests within. Perform Shamana Kumbhaka, where you inhale deeply, visualizing heat flame rising up along the spine, bringing your awareness to the navel center. Once again, engage all the three bandhas. Moola Bandha, contracting your pelvic floor, tuck the chin to the chest, and draw the abdomen in and upward after exhalation. This is Mahamudra Bandha. Visualize yourself as a block, strong and unwavering, cutting through the field with firmness. Chant the japa, Soham, Soham. And let's enter into the Sastha Pramana. पूरा विद्याहु में जानो उभय पद धरि संपुट ठानो वृष्टि पछो दो कर ल्यावो दक्षिण कर सोए वाम गहावो. Slowly you can rise up, relax, catch your breath as we get ready for the next asana, which is Nagi Pavasana. In Nagi Pavasana, as you are seated with the soles of the feet together in front, heels near the ground, stretch your hands out in front of you, straight on the ground, reaching as far as possible. Palms in cup position, making a hollow with the palms, bringing your forehead onto the ground. Keep the spine elongated, chest and shoulder relaxed. Perform Shambhavi Mudra. Keep your eyes open wide, steady, gazing outward while awareness rests deeply within. Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply, visualizing heat or flame rising up along the navel center. And once again, perform the Mahamudra Bandha, the Mool Bandha, Udyan Bandha, and the Jalandhar Bandha. After exhalation, forcibly, once you are in Samana Kumbhaka, exhale forcibly and engage all the three bandhas. While you are Holding yourself into the position, visualize yourself as a snake, silent and alert in stillness. See the strength coiled within you, ready to control, ready yet controlled, embody both patience and decisive power. Chant japa. Soham, soham. Let us enter into the Sastramana. पूर्वदीप परे आगाने नीचे होई कलहो निफनास्याय लगाई हाथ आगाने धरती लगावे पसारी दो हाथ की अंजुलि करे. Slowly rise up and relax. The next is Kokilasana. So in Kokilasana, you'll be bringing as the legs are together. So bringing your legs in Padmasana. So first straighten your legs. You can straighten your legs and hold on to the big toes. Hold on to the big toes and straighten your legs and slowly lift your legs and then enter into Padmasana. So fold one leg onto the opposite side and then the other. Once you are in this Padmasana position with your hands holding the big toes, lean forward. Your elbows is on the ground. Make sure that your spine is straight. Keep the chest steady. Breathe smoothly and calmly. Hands will be holding the big toes in the Prana Mudra. Once again, perform the Samana Bhamka. Inhale deeply. Visualize heat or flame in the navel center. And once you can't hold longer, exhale forcibly, completely, engaging Moola Bandha, Bandha, and Jalandhar Bandha all together, known as Mahamudra Bandha. Visualize yourself as a cuckoo, known for clarity of voice and auspicious presence. Chant the japa. Soham, soham. Now let's enter into the Shastra Pramana. अथान्यदासनं वक्षे येन सिद्धो भवे नरः अकस्मात् वायुसञ्चारं कोकिलाख्यासनेन च ऊर्ध्वहस्ताद्वयं कृत्वा तदाग्रे पादयोः सुधिः. Slowly rise up and relax as we prepare ourselves to enter into the next asana, which is Nithyananda. So to enter into the Nithyananda, you can bring the leg which is on top under the leg. So sitting with one leg on the ground, other leg on the top, when the feet is on the knee, and the same leg which is on the top, the knee is on the top of the feet. Once you are seated in this position with your head, neck, spine in straight line, cross your arms, hold on to the opposite elbows, and start rotating your arms in a circle, bringing the forearms above the head and elongating the shoulders. Maintain an upright chest with spine tall. Remain calm and aligned. Perform the Shambhavi Mudra, eyes open wide, gaze outward while awareness rests deeply within. You can change the direction alternatively again and again. As you perform the Samana Bhumika, where you inhale deeply, visualize heat flame in the navel center. When you can't hold anymore, exhale completely and engage all the three bandhas. Mool bandha, Dhyan bandha, and Chalandar bandha. Visualize prana flowing through every channel, gently washing away impurities. Chant japa, soham, Soham. And let's enter into the Sastra Pramana. घोड़ा बाबा पाद की आसन माहिली सोए दक्षिण चरण को वार लेता परि गुल्फ समोये वाम पाद को माहिलो बहुरी गुल्फ जुजानो ताप पर घोड़े दक्षी की आस वार लेठाना. Yes, we can relax now. Now we'll be entering into the next asana, which is Gajasana. So here in this asana, let's start with the plank position where your hips will be high. So press both the palms on the ground. Shoulders and chest are steady, strong. Lift your hips high, shifting your weight onto your heels in a controlled motion. Now start scooping your chest low, bringing your nose towards the ground, and continue to flow your body upward and then back to the starting position. Repeat this again and again gracefully in Gajasana. Once again, perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply, visualizing heat or flames raising up along the spine. Perform Uddiyana Bandha, where you drop the abdomen in and up, and in Uddiyana Bandha after complete exhalation. Visualize yourself as a mighty elephant, steady and calm in immense strength. Chant the japa. Soham. Soham. And let's enter into the Sastra Pramana. Nyujjam padagre bhumo kritva lambi bhutva mastagre nidhyaya nitambam bodhumuttam navilaksham bhumanashikaya asaniye hastar paryantam nayet itam punah punah kuryat gajasanam bhavati. Yes, you can relax for a moment. The next asana is Rakshasana. So we'll be going back in the same posture once again. So once again, hold on yourself in the previous posture with your hips high, palms on the ground, heels on the ground. Keep your hips raised. Now press the palms down away from you. Alternatively, start pressing each heel downward, and the other heel will be up off the ground. Repeat this alternatively. Make sure that your shoulders remain open, spine long, breath is stable. Once again, perform the Samana Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply, visualizing heat flame up along the spine. Bring your awareness to the navel center. Once again, perform Uddiyana Bandha. Draw the abdomen in towards the spine and lift the abdomen in and up. Visualize yourself as a bear, grounded with immense strength and presence. Chant the japa. Soham. Soham. Let's enter into the Sastra Pramana. Ekaikam padamakuncha gajasanam kuryat vrikshasanam bhavati. Yes, you can relax now. And now you can stand up as we get ready for the next asana, which is Vaishasana. Just take a moment and stand up. And from the standing position, where you're tall, rise up onto your toes. So lift your heels up, balancing yourself on the big toes, while other and heels are lifted off the ground. Now place the index finger, middle finger, and the ring finger upon the center of your chest. Keep the spines lengthened, shoulder, back are relaxed. Avoid any wobbling, bending of the knees or leaning back. This mudra is called as Hridaya Mudra. Once again, perform Samana Kumbhaka. Engage Uddiyana Bandha. Understand? every asana you'll be engaging Mula Bandha. So make sure in every asana you perform Mula Bandha. And additional bandha that you are performing here is Uddiyana Bandha. So once again, drop the abdomen in and up after forceful exhalation. In Uddiyana Bandha, visualize yourself as Vaishya, steady and industrious and resourceful creative. Chant japa. Soham, soham. केशेन पादयुग्लं बद्ध्वा तिष्ठेत् दोमुखः अथ वक्ष्ये यत् कृत्वा सत्वान् भवेत्. Now relax. Now we'll be entering into Urdhva Janu Karana. So this is the first Karana in the sequence. So Urdhva Janu Karana is where you stand with your heels inward, toes pointing outward, knees slightly bent. This is Aramati position. And from this position, bring your hands together at the chest, at the heart center, and slowly rotate your hand and leg at the same time on one direction from outside, then bring it in, rotate and back, and then switch the direction of the hands and the legs. This is Urdhva Janu Karana. So now relax. And next is Balalingasana. So we'll be entering into Balalingasana where you stand starting with the left leg firm on the ground and bring the hands and Sarva Shakti Mudra, interlacing the fingers from inside. Lift your right leg and hold on to the right knee with the hands in Sarva Shakti Mudra. Once again, perform Samana Kumbha, Mahamudra Bandha. Visualize yourself cradling a baby in your arms. Chant japa. Soham. And let's enter into the Sastra Pramana. Ekam Janavarsiyalinga Satavyam Balalinganam Bhavati. Stay in this position as we enter into the next asana, which is Padapidasana. So from this, as you are standing on the left leg, bring the right leg behind, heels touching the butt, hands holding the legs in Parashu Mudra, where your hands are interlaced. Once again, perform Samana Kumbha, Mahamudra Bandha. Visualize yourself grounding firmly. Chant japa. Soham, soham. And let's enter into the Sastra Pramana. Sitva kasmin padatale karabhyam veshtayetanam rishte santapayatena padapidanasanam. Now we'll be entering into the next asana, which is Nataraj asana in the same sequence. So once again, as you are standing on the left leg, from Parapidasana, hold on, bend forward as you bring your right leg back, holding on with the right hand. Left hand in front in Bindu Mudra. Try to balance in this Nataraj asana. As you perform Samana Kumbhaka, engage Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as Nataraja, the cosmic dance, moving with both power and grace. Chant japa. Soham, soham. And let's enter into Sastra Pramana. Uttana Bhagam Gram Chamcha Marichim Vera Bhadrakam Natarajam Trikonam Cha Suptangushta Prasarane. Great. Relax. Now we will be repeating these three asanas on the other side. So, once again, now you'll be standing firm on your right leg. And let's enter into the Balalingasana where you lift your left leg, bending your knees toward the chest, hands in Sarvashim Mudra, holding on to the knees. Visualize yourself holding a baby. Perform Samana Kumbhaka. Engage Mahamudra Bandha. Chant japa. Soham, soham. Ekam Janavarsiyalinga Satavyam Balalinganam Bhavati. Now, let's enter into the next asana, the Padapidasana. So, bring the left leg behind the butt, hands holding the feet in Paramashiva Mudra. And Engage Samana Kumbuka, Mahamudra Bandha. Visualize yourself grounding firmly as if pressing the feet onto the earth with strength. Chant the japa. Soham, Soham. स्थित तस्मिन् पादतले कराभ्यां वेष्टयेत्तनं पृष्ठे संस्थापयत्येन पादपीडनासनम्. Yes. So now, once again in this sequence, we have Nataraja asana repeating on the other side. So from the Padapidasana, you can lean forward with your right hand in front in Bandha Mudra, and as the left leg raised at the back, holding on with the left hand. Try to balance in this posture. Once again, Samana Kumbhaka. Engage Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as Nataraja, the cosmic dancer, moving with power and grace. Chant Japa. Soham, Soham. उत्तानपादं प्रांचं च मरीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्तं सुप्ताङ्गष्टप्रसारणे. Yes, you can relax now. Now we'll be entering into the second karna in this sequence, which is Ardha Rechita. So as you're standing with your in Aramandi, with feet outward, bring the right leg behind with toes tucked, heels high. Bring the left hand onto the chest, right hand to the nose, and start swinging your right hand outward, then bring it again to the nose. Repeat this 3 times, and then you can switch the leg, bring the left leg at the back, then swinging the left hand. Repeat this once again 3 times, and once you are done, you can relax. Yes, you can relax now. And now we'll be entering into skeleton dance. So visualize yourself as pure bones. Close your eyes and start shaking your entire system. Your hands, your legs, your neck, your shoulders, and start shaking continuously. Have that visualization of pure skeleton. This brings integrity to the entire system. It's a beautiful way to bring integrity to the entire system. So let's start shaking intensely. Following, there's no particular pattern that or rhythm that you need to follow. Start shaking randomly without following any patterns. Just shake. Shake your hips, shake your hands, your hips, your shoulders, your neck, your head, your feet. And then slowly you can relax. You can relax, slow down, inhale and exhale slowly. And let's enter into the next karna, which is Kati Chinna karna. So once again, bring your legs in Aravandi, hands above the head, palms crossed. And as you move towards the right side, open up the palms, and then come back to the center. Then move to the left, open up the palms, and then come back to the center. Repeat this few times. And relax. The next asana is Tadasana. So in this position, stand tall, bring your hands together, where reaching the straight on the top, your toes are tucked, raise your heels, visualize yourself as a mountain, tall and unwavering. Once again, perform Samana Kumka, engage Mahamudra Bandha, and the Japa. Soham, Soham. महामुद्रा बन्धकोनो ताडासन विभेदकान् विनोत्तानं सदा कुर्यात् अन्तर्वत्नी पतिप्रिया. Yes, you can relax now, and from the same posture, lean forward. We'll be entering into Uttanasana. Lean forward. Try to bring your forehead towards the knees. Leaning forward. Reach the palms onto the ground and place them flat on the ground next to your respective feet. Bringing your head near the knees, keeping the knees straight. Keep the breath steady and avoid rising too quickly. Samana Kumbhaka, once again, engage Mulmanda. Visualize yourself folding forward like flowing current. Chant the japa, Soham, Soham. And let's enter into Sastramana. Mahamudra Bandha Kono Tara San Vivekakan Vinotanan Sada Koryat Antarvatni Pratipriya. Slowly, you can rise up as we get ready for the next asana, Tarakshvasana. So please come to the plank position with your palms flat on the ground and feet is on the ground. Now, from this steady posture, tuck your chin to the chest, performing Jalanta Bandha, and start rotating your head from side to side. Avoid dropping your hips downward or collapsing your spine. Visualize yourself as a star shining steadily in vast space. Japa is Shivoham, Shivoham. Gajasane स्थित्वा मस्तकं वारं वारं दक्षिणकुक्षिं सव्यकुक्षिं नयेत् तरक्श्वासनं भवति. Now, slowly lower down yourself on the ground. We'll be entering into Bhujangasana. Bhujangasana, where you lie down on the stomach. Palms are near your chest, elbows together. Now, as you inhale, lift your chest gently up, keeping your belly grounded. Shoulders are relaxed, gaze forward, breathe deeply. This you'll be performing the Samana Kumaka once again, engaging the Mula Bandha, and visualize yourself as a cobra, coiled strength raising upward. Chandajapa, Shivoham, Angushtunavi Paryantam, Adobhumo Vinishyate, Karabhyam Chadam, Dhritva, Odashisha Panivahi. The next is asana will be entering into Samanasana. So once again, come to the plank position with palms, hands straight without bending the elbows. Come to the plank position, and from this position, as you engage the core, quickly drive one knee towards the chest, then switch again and again, like a running motion. Samana Kumaka, engage Mula Bandha while you're performing. Visualize yourself as a swift rabbit, agile and alert. Chant the japa, Shivoham, Shivoham. Gajasanam Sansitva Ganu, Swamakunchya Varam Varam Kartavyam Sasashanam Bhavati. Next asana is Rathasana. So relax for a moment, but be in the plank position. Now from this position, jump 1 foot forward, placing it between the hands, while the other leg is extended back. Then quickly switch the leg again and again alternatively. This is Rathasana. Perform Samana Kumaka, engage Mula Bandha, visualize yourself as a chariot. The japa is Shivoham, Shivoham. Gajasanam Samsitva, Ekaikam, Padam Puromargena Brahmritva Kartavyam, Tathasanam Bhavati. Slowly relax. And next asana is Virabhadrasana. So as you are standing tall, place 1 foot forward, bending the knees at 90 degrees, and thighs parallel to the floor, and the leg which is at the back is at 45 degrees. Inhale, raise arms overhead, perform Shambhi Mudra, engage in Uddiyana Bandha. Visualize yourself as Lord Veerbhadra. Chant the japa, Shivoham, Shivoham. वासिष्ठम अथ कौंडिन्यम ऊर्ध्वपुक्कुटमेव च अष्टावक्रम अथोत्थानं मयूरं सेतु बंधनम. Now we will be repeating Virabhadrasana on the other side. So we'll switch your leg and once again hold on to yourself with front knee at 90 degrees, engaging the three bandha, engaging the Uddiyana bandha, and let's hold on as we chant the Sas Pramana. Vasishtathakondanyam Urdhapukkutameva cha Ashtavakra Mayuram Setu Bandhanam. Yes, you can relax and come to the standing position as we enter into the next asana, Vrikshasana. Okay, let's get ready for the next asana, which is Vrikshasana. Stand on the left leg, bring the right foot on the inner thigh, left inner thigh, hands in Namaskara Mudra, raise it above the head. Sahaj Kumbhaka. Perform Uddiyana Bandha. Draw the abdomen in and out. Visualize yourself as a tree, deeply rooted. Japa is Shivoham, Shivoham. Vamora deshe cha yam yam. Padam nidhayatu tishthe tato vrikshavat bhumau vrikshasana vidambadahu. Now we'll be repeating, we'll be performing Garudasana. So now bring the right foot onto the left hip in front. Hands in Namaskar Mudra in front of the chest. And hold on in this asana as you perform Sahaj Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply through the nose, hold on comfortably and then exhale. Engage Mool Bandha. Chant Japa. Shivoham, Shivoham. Padasya agre Uroni Vishet Samanam Jangyam Dhuropediyet Hastau Samyak Sanjoyet Esha Garudasanam Bhavati. Now slowly relax and switch the leg. We'll be performing these two asanas on the other side. So stand firm on the right leg. Bring the left foot on the inner thigh. Hands above the head in Anjali Mudra. Once again, perform Sahaj Kumbhaka. Inhale, hold comfortably, and then exhale. Engage Uddiyana Bandha. Visualize yourself as a tree. Chant the japa. Shivoham, Shivoham. Vamor Muladeshe cha yam yam padam nidhayatu tishthe tato vrikshavat bhumau vrikshasana vidambadahu. Once again, perform the Garudasana on the other side. Legs on the hip, on the right hip, hands in front of the Anjali, in front of the chest in Anjali Mudra. Shivoham. Padasya urvan nishvishe samanam jangyam dhu dhari dipade hastam samyak sanjoyet esha garudasanam bhavati. Next asana is Trikonasana. So as you stand with legs spread apart, lean onto the front side with your palms on the ground and raise the other hand towards the sky and gaze to your palms, which is raised up. Perform Sahaj Kumbhaka. Engage Mool Bandha. Visualize yourself as a perfect triangle. Perform the japa. Sada Shivoham, Sada Shivoham. Now let's enter into the Sastra Pramana. Uttanapādam Kramcham cha Marichim Virabhadrakam Natarajam Trikonam cha Suttangashta Prasarane. Now repeat the Trikonasana on the other side. उत्तानपादं क्रौञ्चं च परीचिं वीरभद्रकं नटराजं त्रिकोणं च सुप्ताङ्गुष्ठप्रसारणे. Now we'll be entering to the Karana, Nikuta Karana. So once again, stand in Aramandi. Bring the hands in cup position in front of the chest and lift one heel. The hand which is up, the same heel will be raised, and switch the position of hands and the heels in Nikuta Karana. And then slowly we can relax. We'll be entering into the next asana, which is Angushtasana. So lower yourself down with your toes tucked, heels raised, sit on the perineum. Heels on the perineum. Hands in front of the chest and Namaskara Mudra. We start performing Bhramari Kumbhaka. Inhale and exhale like a bee. Engage Bolbandha. Visualize yourself standing in a threshold of interior victory. Japais Sada Shivoham Bandhasana Ityaho Gorakshasana Mevacha. Now, from the same position, let's enter into the next asana, which is Saurasana. So extend one leg. Let's extend the right leg in front. Hands in Varad Mudra. In Vara Mudra, where hands, palms are facing in front. Fingers touching the ground. Once again, perform the Bhramari Pranayama. Mula Bandha. Chant Japa. Shivoham. Shivoham. Prasare ekam padatare sanstapetu ekapadakam. Now, from this position, lean forward in Vidhunasana. Hold on to the big toes. Yeah. So raise your hands on the same hand. Hold on to the same leg, same side leg. Other hand will be holding the ankles. Perform the Mahamudra Bandha. Chant Japa. Sada Shivoham. Sada Shivoham. And the center into the Sastamana. Gulfasito Padamekam Prasarya Tat Pagas Sansprideta Tatkarena. Now we'll be repeating Saurasana on the other side. So once again, perform the Saurasana on the other side. Let's perform the Saurasana on the other side. So legs are extended, hands in Ramudra. And chant the Japa. Sada Shivoham. Sada Shivoham. Let's enter into the Sastamana. Ek prasare ekam padatale sanstapeta padakam. And let's enter into the from the same position. Lean forward in Vidhunasana. Gulfasito padamekam prasarya tatpadagram sanskrite tatkarena. Now come back to the seated position with toes tucked, seated on your heels, hands resting on the knees. We are performing Brahmacharangasasana. Keep your knees little slightly apart. Bhramari Kumbhaka continue. Engage Jalandhar Bandha. Japai Sada Shivoham. Sada Shivoham. And let's enter into the Sastramana. Do pani hoye vaisi eri do budani vaise. Now, the next is Kapilasana. So as you are seated with toes tucked, lift onto the heels, place the palms onto the thighs, shoulder relaxed, lean, and continue the Bhramari Kumbhaka Pranayama. Engage Uddiyana Bandha. Visualize yourself as sage Kapila. Gaze. Bring your gaze to the nose. Chant Japa. Sada Shivoham. Sada Shivoham. उभय पदधल्या समठहरावे तिनम को मादी लीकोर मिलावे. The next is Brahma Bhadra Gorakshasana. So in this, bring your gaze to the third eye. So you are still maintaining the same posture. Bring your gaze to the third eye. And start performing the Bhramari pranayama. And as you enter into the Sastramana, keep chanting the japa Sada Shivoham. Do Pagathalya Samputak Kare Govarili Bhupari Dhare. Let's get ready for the next asana. Suryasana. So as you are seated with knees wide apart and hands in Padamudra and raise it above the head and hold on yourself into this posture. And let's enter Chanta Japa Sada Shivoham Sada Shivoham. एड़ी दो गुड़ा तले आने पानी बैठक को निठाने. Now you can sit with feet flat on the ground as we enter into the next asana, which is Mandukasana. Cross your feet on the ground. Cross your feet on the ground and sit and raise your arms together at the back, holding on to the opposite shoulders. And perform the Manduki Mudra, raise the tongue up. Perform the Mula Bandha, Chanda Japa, Sada Shivoham, Sada Shivoham. Now let's enter into the Sastramana. Padatalo Prishta Deshe Anguste Grecha Sanskrite. Next is Uttana Mandukasana. So from the same position, perform Uddiyana Bandha. Bring your gaze to the third eye. Chanda Japa, Sada Shivoham, Sada Shivoham. Mandukasana Madhyastam, Puraparamdhiram Shiraha. The next asana is Simhasana. So in this, cross your ankles at the back as your toes are tucked, palms on the knees, and start roaring like a lion as you stick out the tongue. And let's enter into the Sastramana. Dakshina Sarve Gulfena, Dakshine Tathe Param. Fully relax. The next asana is Bhadrasana. In Bhadrasana, sit with knees wide apart, heels. You are sitting on the heels on the perineum. So bring the perineum onto the heels. Toes are feet together at the back. Your toes are pointed at the back. Holding on to the opposite big toes in Prana Mudra. Chanda Japa, Sada Shivoham, Sada Shivoham. Gulfa Chavishta Sadhadho Vittu Pramena Samahitaha. Now from the same posture, we'll be entering into the Kakavasan Vyasa. So squat, come to the squatting position, feet flat, knees wide apart. And then from behind, interlock the fingers and clasp them firmly. Make sure that you're leaning forward. Bhramari Kumukha, engage Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as stage Kakavasandi. Chanda Japa, Sada Shivoham, Sada Shivoham. प्रथम वैसे उकड़ठाना दो हाथ Pagana Viche Anam. The next is Kanipavasana. So in Kanipavasana, stand both the hands on the ground. You'll be bringing your knees onto the elbows, top of the elbows, and balance as you lift the legs up. Try to balance in this posture. Engage Mulbandha, visualize yourself as single limb. Japai Sada Shivoham, Sada Shivoham. Asana ko guna shidashita hoy to achi hoy. The next asana is Kapali Asana. So in this position, as your palms are on the ground, bring your crown of the head on the ground, forming a triangle with the head and the palm. And then slowly lift your legs, making them straight up. Try to hold on, balance in this asana. You can take the support of the wall as well if required. And then Chandajapa, Sada Shivoham, Tisha Disha Dhati Tegi, Pagado Milau Ka Ucha Kare. Slowly come down. The next is Parshamirasana. So as your palms are on the ground, twist on one side and bring the elbows on the thighs, other hand on the hips, lean forward and balance as you lift the legs and straighten the legs on one side. Lechka Kumbhaka, visualize yourself as peacock. Sabha is Sada Shivoham, Sada Shivoham. Mayuram Dandavat Kuryat, Mayuram Dandanamakam, Kuryat Mayupashabhyam, Mayuram Pashanamatam. Now let's repeat Parshmirasana on the other side. The switch side and repeat Mayurasana on the other side. Mayuram Dandavat Kuryat, Mayuram Dandanamakam. Now slowly enter into the next asana, which is Bhairagya Asana. So come to the plank position. Come to the plank position, and from the plank position, bring the leg, one leg outside of the, from the outside, bring one leg between the hands. And hold on to yourself in this asana. Now, as you're holding yourself in this asana, keep holding. Chandajapa, Sada Shivoham, Sada Shivoham. Asana Kagun Kahi Jai. Now let's repeat Bhairagya Asana on the other side. Once again, switch the side and hold on yourself into Bhairagya Asana. Chandajapa, Sada Shivoham, Sada Shivoham. And Chandajapa, Asana Kagun Kahi Jai. Slowly relax. And now we'll be entering into the next asana, which is Unmukh Pitasana. So from the plank position, come to the Gadasana position where elbows are down and shoulder width apart, hands are shoulder width apart. Slowly lift your hips upward, forming a triangle. Shape of the body as triangle. Keep your core engaged. And chant the japa. Sada Shivoham. Engage Mulbandha, visualize yourself seated, facing upward. And let's enter into the Shastra Pramana. Bhunyasto Jaruni Hasto Tatuspadamamukham Uthapya Griyugulam Patisthala Virukha. Yes, yes, slowly relax now. Catch a breath for a moment. As we enter into the next asana, which is Vasishthasana. So, from the plank position, shift your weight onto one side. So, let's start with placing the left palm on the ground and twist to your right side, bringing your right hand up toward the sky, gazing to the hand on the top. Perform Samana Kumbhaka, Rechika Kumbhaka, where you exhale fully and hold the breath out while maintaining steady and aware. Engage Mul Bandha, visualize yourself as Saint Vasishtha. Chant Japa, Sada Shivoham, Sada Shivoham. Udu Kukkuta Vasishtha, Marichim, Palamastakam, Parivrittecha, Udarasya Vividham Dhanurasanam. Now we'll be repeating Vasishthasana on the other side. So switch your hand, bring your right hand on the ground and switch. Once again, perform the japa. Sada Shivoham. Engage the core. Perform Mula Bandha. Raise ka kumka. Chant the japa. Sada Shivoham. Udu Kukkuta Vasishtham Marichim. Halamasyakam Parivrittecha Udasya Vividham Dhanurasanam. Yes. Now slowly you can relax. You can sit in a comfortable position before we enter into the next asana, which is Anjani Asana. So sit comfortably and you can stretch your legs, both the legs in front. And once you are here, slowly slide your palms underneath your sitting bones, pressing down firmly. Press the elbows gently against the body to support elongation of the chest. Drop the chin slightly with a subtle throat lock. Engage Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself Anjali as Anjali, the mother of Hanuman, Lord Hanuman. Chant the japa. Mahasada Shivoham. Mahasada Shivoham. दो कर की भय हथेली कौरवारिली मेले भेली सो आगाने भूपरिदाशे महाने अंगुली माही राशे. Yes, you can relax. Keep your legs straight as we get ready for the next asana, which is Paschimottanasana. So for Paschimottanasana, as your legs are straight, try to reach your big toes with both the hands in Pranamudra. So Pranamudra is where your index finger and middle finger is stretched out. Bend your other fingers and hold on the respective big toes in Pranamudra. Make sure that you are bending from your lower back. You're not arching your back. Bend from the lower back. Try to bring your forehead to the in front of the knees. Engage Mahamudra Bandha. So inhale and then completely exhale in Rechika Kumbhaka. Perform Udyan Bandha, Jalandhar Bandha and Mula Bandha, together known as Mahamudra Bandha. Visualize your spine strengthening, lengthening forward like a flowing river in Paschimottanasana. Chant the japa. Mahasada Shivoham. Mahasada Shivoham. Janu Karilalatam tu Paschimam Tanamuchyate Yena Kena Prakarena Dukham Dhareta Jayate. Slowly rise up before we enter into the next asana, which is Ugrasana. In this position, as your legs are extended, and interlace the finger behind in Parashu Mudra behind your neck and hinge forward. You can curve your back here, this, trying to bring your knees to the, bringing your forehead to the knees. Once again, exhale in Rechka Kumbha. Exhale fully and hold yourself without inhaling. Engage all the three bandhas. Visualize yourself as Kali, the fierce and unyielding, embracing the discomfort of challenge with wide strength. Chandajapa Mahasada Shivoham Sarve Panibhyam Dhiram Dhitva Janu Parishir Shiro Niset Asanam Asano Midam Proktam Have Anil Deepanam. Yes, you can rise up. The next is Marichyasana. In Marichyasana, bend. Let's start with the right leg. Bend the right leg. Feet close to the chest. And from this position, bring your right arm and wrap it around the right leg from outside. And then bring the left arm from behind and interlace the finger behind your back. In Marichyasana, try to bring your forehead to the knees. Engage all three bandhas, Mahamudra Bandha. Once again, exhale fully in Rechika Kumbha and then engage all the three bandhas. Visualize yourself as Sage Marichi, radiant with illuminating wisdom and cosmic insight. Chant Japa Mahasada Shivoham Mahasada Shivoham Uttanapadam Kroncham Cha Maricham Veerabhadrakam Natarajam Trikonam Cha Suktangashta Prasarane. Yes, you can rise up. And then next asana is Mahamudrasana. So the leg which is bent, bring it on the ground, lower it down, and then try to reach your hand, reach your foot which is extended with both the hands, leaning forward. Once again, perform Rechika Kumbha, exhale fully. And hold on to the breath without inhaling. Perform Mahamudra. And visualize yourself as a great sea, embodying the profound union of stillness and motion. Chant the japa. Mahasada Shivoham Mahasada Shivoham Bhava Pad ki eri joi Shivanani lagave soi Dachina Padalambe jo pasare Tame ani kakasi dhare. Slowly rise up. Now we'll be repeating these two asanas on the other side. So switch the leg. Now you can straighten your right leg and bend the left leg. Or if you have done opposite, you can switch the side. And once again, as you lean forward, wrap the left hand from outside of the left hand, interlace the finger behind. Once again, perform Rechika Kumbha. Exhale fully. Hold on to the breath without inhaling and engage Mahamudra Bandha. Visualize yourself as Saint Marichi, radiant with illuminating wisdom and cosmic insight. Chant the japa. Mahasada Shivoham Uttanapadam Kroncham Cha Maricham Veerabhadrakam Natarajam Trikonam Cha Suktangashta Prasarane. So now we'll be repeating the Mahamudrasana on the other side. So lower your knees onto the ground and without bending the knees, try to Hold on to the feet with both the hands, bringing your forehead in front of the knees. Once again, perform the Rechika Kumbhaka. Inhale, exhale fully, and engage all the three bandhas: Mool Bandha, Udyan Bandha, and Chalandar Bandha. Visualize yourself as a great seal embodying a profound union of stillness and motion. बाबा पग की एड़ी जोई शिवन आने लगाए सोई दक्षिण पद लंबो जू पसारे तामे आनी काकसी धरे. Slowly rise up. As we enter into the next asana, which is Bhadrasana. So in this asana, you'll be bringing your feet, toes of the feet together, close to the groin, and reach your hands to grasp the extended foot. Hold as you lean forward. Bring your chest forward, spine to straight. You'll be engaging the Moola Bandha. So lean forward as you are holding on to the foot. Rechika Kumbhaka. Exhale fully without inhaling. Visualize yourself as auspiciously seated at the feet of the Guru, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Chant Japa Mahasada Shivoham Gulfatu Vishna Sadhyo Sivanne Pasho Sheshipet Padapashweta Panibhyam Nirvam Tadvasha Nishadam. Slowly rise up as we enter into the next asana, which is Gwali Pavasana. So as you sit with feet together, toes together, heels apart. So bring the heels apart in this position and gently rest your hands on the knees. And as your spine is straight, perform Mocha Kumbhaka. Inhale deeply and then lock the chin to the chest and Jalandhar Bandha and hold the breath comfortably. When you can't hold anymore, slowly exhale through the nose, maintaining throat lock. Visualize yourself as cowherd, guiding the gentle wind of prana through your body. Chant the japa Mahasada Shivoham. Purva Chatuspadak कहियो सोई वाही विधि यो कीजे सोई यह में एड़ी भिन्न जुराशे अंगुला आठ अंतर राशे. Relax for a moment as we get ready for the next asana, which is Joni Asana. In Joni Asana, as you are seated with soles of feet together, close to the groin, hold on to the side of your feet firmly and lean forward, bringing your chest forward, leaning, bring your forehead towards the feet so you can extend the legs a little in front. Hold on to this posture in Rechika Kumbhaka. When you once again you exhale fully, engage Moola Bandha, visualize yourself embraced within the cosmic womb. Chant japa Mahasada Shivoham. दो पग थल्या संपुट करे एड़ी मेड़ के पास धरे अर्ध हाथ को अंतर राशे ललाट पग थल्या ऊपर राशे. Slowly rise up. Let's get ready for the next asana, which is Midaki Pavasana. So in Midaki Pavasana, as once again your heels together, and this time your toes will be apart with knees wide, and once again lean forward. Hands are extended out on the sides, out wide, palms on the ground. lower your forehead to the ground behind the heels. So extend your heels forward so that when you bend forward, your forehead is behind your heels. Gaze to the nose. Once again, perform the Rechka Kunta where you exhale fully and hold on to the breath without inhaling. Remain steady and aware. Engage Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself embodying sweet wind, the gentle movement of Vayu Prana flowing smoothly within. Chanda Japa Mahasada Shivoham. पूरवधि करीब पगथल्या संपट जो एड़ी मिलिराशे एड़ी यासु माहीरा की ने अंगुल दो अंतर ललाट धरती लगावे. Slowly can rise up as we prepare ourselves for the next asana, which is Siddha Samadhi Asana. In Siddha Samadhi Asana, once again you are seated with toes together and this time heels apart, and you are seated with legs extended in front. Now bring the palms once again onto the sides from and below the chin. So hands will be below the legs, out on sides. Palms are facing up. Lean forward. Bring your forehead onto the ground behind your heels. Bring your toes and keep the shoulders loose and spine long. Once again, perform Rechka Kumbhaka, Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself in perfect samadhi, embodying profound stillness and complete union. Chanda Japa Mahasada Shivoham. Mahasada Shivoham. दो पगथले संपुट करे सोले मेड़ा आगा में धरे अंगुली आठ अंतर राशे एड़ी को आसे विधि राशे. Slowly rise up. The next asana is Chinna Kipavasana. So in Chinna Kipavasana, as you are seated with heels together and toes are pointed outward, hold onto your feet gently. So as you rise up, hold onto your feet gently and rotate your soles upward. So you are holding your soles of the feet with the hand, with both the hands, respective hand, and turning, twisting your feet upward with the palms. As you slowly bend your back and hands on the elbows onto the thighs. Keep your chest broad. Avoid forcing your soles or straining your knees. Once again, you're performing the Rechaka Kumbhaka. Exhale fully. Hold on to your breath. Engage Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as a split wind. Prana circulating smoothly through divided pathway in body and mind. Chanda Japa Mahasada Shivoham. Mahasada Shivoham. दो पगा की एड़ी धरती मगीवा मेड़ लगावे पगधरी माहिली करे अंगुष्ठ की सदी सो जोये. The next asana is Charpada Chokasana. So rise up. The soles of the feet are still together. And in Charpada Chokasana, you'll be pressing the palms gently onto the knees. So bring your palms onto the respective knees, applying a gentle, slight downward pressure to open up the hips. Try to bring your heels as close to the perineum. Yes, you can rise up. And Pull the stomach in and up in Uddiyana Bandha. So you'll be performing Mool Bandha in every single asana by default. And whether it is Uddiyana Bandha or Jalandhara Bandha, will be informing for each of the asanas. So let's fully inhale and completely exhale in Vinyasa Krama and hold on to breath. Lift up the abdomen in and up in Uddiyana Bandha. Visualize yourself, your palms pressing firmly on the roof, grounding stable strength from our core. Chant japa. Mahasada as you bring your gaze to the third eye. दो पगथले संपुट धरे आगाने कर चारे बसारे घोड़ा भूसो लगातार आशे हाथ दो घोड़ा पर इराशे. The next asana is asana. So this is one of the advanced asana. So let's enter into this asana, Bhairavasana. So as you're seated with soles of the feet together, lift your heels. You can also use palms on the sides and then slowly lift your heels and then try to bring only the toes on the ground, the fingers or the legs on the ground, lifting your heels. Keep the knees on the ground as you are seated in this posture. Pull the stomach in and up, hands onto your knees in Bindu Mudra. Bindu Mudra is once again your index finger and thumb together, other fingers are stretched out. Perform Rechaka Bhumika, exhale fully. Once again, perform Uddiyana Bandha. Pull the stomach in and up. Visualize your fierce power raising with unwavering courage and sharpened focus. Gaze to the third eye, chant the japa. Mahasada Gulfo Sande Picha Anyom Vakra Kramena Tishtashe. Now you can relax. The next asana is Samanasana. So sit with one heel close to the perineum. So let's start with the left leg, bringing the left leg close to the perineum and lift the right foot, hold on to the right foot and bring it to the chest, wrapping it with both the hands around your ankles and shin. Keep your spine straight and long. Relax your shoulders and gaze towards the third eye. Avoid arching your back. Perform Samana Kumka in this asana, where you inhale deeply. Visualize heat flame rising up along the spine, maintaining the awareness of the heat, the digestive fire at the navel center. Hold on to the breath comfortably. Perform Uddiyana Moola Bandha. Visualize a warm, glowing light at the navel, a sacred fire of Samana Vayu, equalizing the prana and apana, harmonizing the body's energy. Chant the japa. Mahasada Shivoham Samana Asanamavakshe Siddhamantradi Sadhanat Ekapadamuro Dadvat Guhyo Anyat Linga Vakrate. The next asana is Apanasana. So now the right leg which was bent, bring it over the top of the shoulders, and the left leg which was towards your perineum, straighten it out at 45 degrees. Palms are on the ground, both the palms on the ground. Inhale deeply in Samana Kumbhaka. Visualize the heat flame at the navel center. Engage Moola Bandha. Visualize vital downward flow of energy in Apanasana. Chant the japa. Mahasada Shivoham. Mahasada Shivoham. As you gaze to the third eye. Kevalam Padamekancha Skande Charope Yatritaha Ekapadena Gagane Tishte Dandavat Prabho. Now we'll be repeating these two asanas on the other side. So switch your leg. Now bring the right leg heel close to the perineum. Lift your left heel to the chest, wrapping it with both the hands towards your ankles and the shin. Spine straight. Engage. Mula Bandha. Gaze to the third eye. Chant the japa. Mahasada. Visualize a warm glowing light at your navel center, equalizing your prana and apana. And let's enter into the Sahasramana. Samana asana Mahavakya siddha mantradi sadhana ekabadamaro dadva bhuryo linga vaprate. Now let's repeat apanasana on the other side. So bring the left leg on the top of the shoulder and right leg at 45 degrees and hold on into this asana as we are repeating on the other side. Chant the japa. Mahasada Shivoham. Mahasada Shivoham. Kevalam Padamekam Skande Charopi Yatnataha Ekapadena Gagane Tishthit Dandavat. Slowly relax. Now we are entering into the sequence of Gomukhasana. So let's prepare ourselves. So let's start with the first asana in this sequence, which is Gomukhasana. So you can start with bringing one knee. You can choose any of the sides, or you can bring the left leg, bend knees, both the knees will be bent, and the knees on the top of each other. Hands interlaced in Paramashiva Mudra on the top knee. Keep your spine straight, chest open, shoulder relaxed. Maintain the calm breathing. Avoid leaning backward. Now we will be performing next new pranayama, which is Chitkari Kumbhaka pranayama. So gently press the tongue against the upper palate with the tip behind the front teeth. Slowly inhale through the teeth to create hissing sound. Hold your breath and then calmly exhale through the nostril. Engage Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as a sacred cow, embodying the auspicious quality. Gaze to the nose. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda. Om Nithyanandoham. Sarve Dakshina Gulpe Gulpamtu Prishtapashve Niyoje Dakshina Pitatha Savyam Gul Gomukham Yatha. The next asana is Anusyasana. So from the same position, hold on to the opposite big toes in Anusyasana. Perform Sitakari Kumbhaka. Hands are in Prana Mudra, holding onto the big toes. Engage Uddiyana Bandha. So after inhalation in Sitakari Kumbhaka Pranayama, hold on, and then you can't hold anymore. Exhale fully, completely, and pull the stomach in and up, engaging Uddiyana Bandha, Mula Bandha. Bring your drishti, the gaze to the nose. Visualize yourself as Rishika Anusuya, the wife of sage Atri, one of the revered Saptarishis. And the japa, Om Nithyananda. Dakshina Goda Niche Dhano, Vavota Ke Uparano, Goda Sandhi Lagave Bhari, Ada Padapuni Se, Desande Basari. Yes. The next asana in this sequence is Anusyasana 2. So legs are still in the same posture. You'll be interlacing your finger behind in Paramashiva Mudra and leaning forward. As you lean forward, try to bring your nose onto the ground. From the front. Perform once again. Perform Chitkari Kumbhaka Pranayama. The bandha is Moola bandha. Bring your gaze to the nose. Visualize yourself as Rishika Anusuya. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Jimana Goda Kisan Chane Upari Gava Goda Kisan Dimilai Rasha Godia Se De Pagathalya Lo Aravai Sudha Rashe. Slowly rise up as we enter into the next asana, which is Garudasana Dve or Garudasana 2. So, as the whichever leg was on the ground, on the bend, bring it towards heels close to perineum. The leg which was on top, bring it, put on the ground, knee towards the chest. You'll be sitting on the heel of the leg which is on the ground. So sit on the heels, hands on the respective knees. Visualize yourself as Lord Garuda. Perform Siddhkari Kumbhaka Pranayama. Engage Moola bandha. Gaze to the nose. Chant the japa. Om Nithyanandoham. Davo pagam mediye. Yedi mahile gulfa moola dware niche de. वैसे जीमनी पगथली धरती टेकी घोड़ा ऊंचो उभय राशे पगथली माहिली धरती टेकी घोड़ा अरूपीड़ माहिली. Now we'll be entering into the next asana, which is Naradasana. So as you are seated on the heel, push your elbows onto the raised leg towards the side where your knees are raised, and interlace the finger behind your neck. Gaze to the third eye. Perform Siddhkari Kumbhaka Pranayama. Engage Moola bandha. Visualize yourself as Sage Narada, the celestial manager and cosmic musician, radiant with joyful wisdom and divine communication. Gaze to the third eye. Chant the japa. Om Nithyanandoham. Pishta juvam pagathali keri, uparita ki tahi lagave pheri, goda sudhe pane hai joi, dashi pashita rashe soi. The next asana is Matsya Pithasana. So, in this asana, bring the leg which was on the ground, keep it in the same way and raise it a little bit and bring the one leg on the top of the thigh. Wrap the hands around, hold on to the big toes in the prana mudra. The other hand is holding on to the shin. Visualize yourself as a radiant fish, breathing effortlessly underwater with serene ease. Siddhkari Kumbhaka Pranayama. Engage Moola bandha. Japa is Om Nithyanandoham. Vamena vamrushtantu grihitam masya pidakam yoni vamena sandipya medadu paridakshinam. Now we'll be repeating this Gomukhasana sequence on the other side. So let's enter into the Gomukhasana. Hands on the knees in Parashumudra. Once again, engage Moola bandha. Perform Siddhkari Pranayama. Visualize yourself as sacred cow. Gaze to the nose. Chant the japa. Om Nithyanandoham. Sarve Dakshina Gulfam tu Prashtapashvena Yojayet Dakshinapi Tatha Savyam Gomukham Yatha. Now, next is Anusuyasana. So hold on to the big toes, the opposite big toes. Perform Siddhkari Kumbhaka Pranayama. exhale completely and pull the stomach up in and up in Ujjayan Bandha. Gaze to the nose. Visualize yourself as Rishika Anusuya. Chant japa. Om Nithyanandoham. दक्षिण घोड़ा नीचे ठाने बावो ताके ऊपर आने घोड़ा संधि मिलावे भारी आड़ा पाद पुनिवेश दे संधि पसारी. The next asana is Anushasana Dve, repeating on the other side. So from the same posture, lean forward as you interlace the finger behind in Parashu Mudra. Perform Sitakari Kumka Pranayama. Engage Mula Bandha. Bring the gaze to the nose. Visualize yourself as you're leaning forward. Try to bring your nose towards the ground. Chant japa. Om Nithyanandoham. जीमना घोड़ा की संध्या ऊपरी डावा घोड़ा की संधि मिलावे राशे घोड़िया से पगथल्या लावे आड़े वासुधा राशे. Slowly rise up and let's enter into the Gadorasana. Wait, Gadorasana 2. So sit on the heel, other foot on the ground, knee raised, hands on the respective knees. So let's prepare ourselves for the Gadorasana. On the other side. So once again, sit on the heels, other foot is raised, hands on the respective knees. Engage Mula Bandha, gaze to the nose. Perform Shitakari Kumbhaka Pranayama. Chant japa. Om Nithyanandoham. Dao Pag Mori Yeri Mahili Gulfas Mula Dware Niche De. Now we'll be performing Naradasana. So from the same posture, interlace the finger behind, twist on the raised knee, towards the raised knee. Gaze to the third eye. Engage Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as Sage Narada, the cosmic musician radiant with joyful wisdom. Chant japa. Om Nithyanandoham. Om Nithyanandoham. पृष्ठ जुआम पगथली केरी भूपरिता ही लगावे फेरी घोड़ा सूध राशे है जोई दक्षिण पाशित राशे सोई. Now let's repeat Matsya Pitakasana on the other side. So hold on to the big toes in Prana Mudra. Other foot is on to the thigh. And other hand wrapped around, holding on to the shin of the same leg. Perform Sitakari Kumbhaka Pranayama. Gaze to the nose. Engage Mula Bandha. Visualize yourself as a radiant fish. Chant japa. Om Nithyanandoham. Vamenava Vamangushthantu Grihitam Masya Pitakam Yoni Vamena Sandipya Medadu Paridakshinam. Now we are entering into the next sequence, which is Masindrasana sequence. So start with both the legs extended. You can extend both the legs in front of you. And bend the right knee. So let's start with the right knee. Bend the right knee and cross it over the left thigh. So bend the right knee and cross it over the left thigh, placing the right foot flat on the ground. Placing the, now raise the left knee, and bring your twist onto the left side, bring the right elbow to the left knee. Bring your right elbow to the left knee, hands on the ears. The left hand is extended at the back. Engage Mula Bandha. Perform Shitakari Kumbhaka Pranayama. As you are looking back, gaze to the third eye. Visualize yourself embodying Sage Matsyendrasana, the Lord of Fishes. Chant the japa. Om Nithyanandoham. Om Nithyanandoham. And let's enter into the Sahasra Pramana. Udaram Paschimabhasam Kritta Tishteta Yatnataha Namangram Vamapadam Hi Dakshina Parinyase. Yes. As you're holding on to this position, bring the right hand and hold on to the big toes of the legs which are extended, and the hand which is at the back, bring it on to the ears. Gaze to the third eye, engage Mulabandha. Chant japa. Om Nithyanandoham. Om Nithyanandoham. Visualize yourself as a living coil, twisting smoothly yet firmly into stillness. Asana ko guna cholo jai. The next asana is Matsyendrasana Dvait. So drop the hand which was onto the ears to the ground and try to twist even more. Try to twist even more. You can use the elbows to twist. And now, once again, perform the Sitkari Pranayama. Chant the japa. Om Nithyanandoham. Matsyendrapitham Jatara Pravritam. Prachandamandala Khandalasanam. Abhyasana Kundalini Prabodham. Dandasithitva hi dadati pumsam. Now we'll be repeating this sequence of Matsyendrasana on the other side. So let's switch the leg. Now your right knee will be bent. Your left leg will be onto the right thigh. Bend the right leg. Twist your left elbow onto the right knee. Hands on the ears. Left and the right hand will be at the back. Gaze to the third eye. As you gaze to the third eye, visualize yourself embodying Sage Matsyendrasana. Engage Mulabandha. Chant the japa. Om Nithyanandoham. Udaram Paschimabhasam Kritta Tishteta Yatnataha Namarangam Vadapadam Hi Dakshina Parinyase. Now, the next asana is Kubasana. So, the hand which was on the ears, bring it to the ground. Hold on to the big toes and bring the hand which was on the ground to the ears. Once again, perform the Siddhkari Kumaka Pranayama. Engage Mulabandha. Gaze to the third eye. Chant the japa. Om Nithyanandoham. Om Nithyanandoham. And let's enter into the Sahasra Pramana. Asana ko guna cholo jaye. Now, drop your hand onto the ground at the back. Twist even more. Use your elbows to twist your body. Siddhkari Kumaka Pranayama. Engage Mulabandha. Chant the japa. Om Nithyanandoham. Matsyendrapitham Jatara Pravritam. Prachandamandala Khandalasanam. Abhyasada Kundalini Prabodham. Dandasithitva dadati pumsam. Now you can relax and twist your body. You can sit in a comfortable posture. We'll be entering into the next asana, which is Padmasana. So bring your legs in Padmasana. You can choose any side. Any leg, you can bring it on the top as a sit in Padmasana. Perform Shitali Kumbhaka Pranayama, where you gently place the tongue against the back of the teeth and inhale. Then hold on to the breath and then slowly exhale through the nose. Once you have exhaled slowly, perform all the three bandhas: Mula bandha, Udyana bandha, and Jalandhar bandha. So when you exhale slowly, pull the stomach in and up in the Mula bandha and Udyana bandha. Tuck the chin to the chest in Jalandhar bandha. Engage Mula bandha. Gaze to the nose. Visualize yourself as lotus, rooted deeply in life's challenges, yet raging spotless and radiantly above them. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Mahasada-shivoham. Om Nithyananda Mahasada-shivoham. Asanam vividam proktam padmam vajrasanam tatha urdhopari chedatte ubhe padatare yatha. The next asana is Padmasana Dve, Padmasana 2. So as you are seated in Padmasana, cross your hands and hold on to the big toes in Pranamudra. Perform Sitali Kumbhaka Pranayama, where you place your tongue gently against the back of the teeth and inhale. Engage Mula bandha. Bring your gaze to the nose. Visualize yourself as a lotus, bending your wing, unfolding, representing the fading of disease and suffering from body, mind, and your soul. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Mahasada-shivoham. Uttano charano kritva Purushos sanse prayatnataha Puro madhe tathotanam pani kritva tutadrisho. The next asana is Kukutasana. In Kukutasana, you are seated in Padmasana, and through the legs, bring your hands onto the ground. So try to bring your palms on the ground through the legs. And slowly lift your entire body off the ground, balancing yourself in this posture. Perform Sahaja Kumbhaka. Normally inhale, hold and exhale. Engage Mula bandha. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Mahasada-shivoham. Om Nithyananda Mahasada-shivoham. Padmasanam susansapya naru vantare tatho. Slowly relax. The next asana is Baddha Kekyasana. So in this asana, it's like Mayurasana, but your legs are in Padmasana. So keep yourself in Padmasana and slowly bring the palms in front and twist your palms, finger pointing towards the body. And slowly as you lean forward, bring the elbows to the navel, on the side of the navel. Try to engage your core so that you are able to balance. And slowly lean forward. Slowly lean forward. And then bring your legs, which is in Padmasana, and try to balance. Understand, when you lean forward, you'll see you'll be able to balance the body. So try to lean forward more and balance. And hold on to yourself in Baddha Kekyasana. So as you perform the Baddha Kekyasana, chant, engage Mula bandha, Sahaja Kumbhaka. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Mahasada-shivoham. Dharamavashta tare pradvena tatkura paristhapi nabhiparyantam. Slowly relax. We'll be entering into Mayurasana. So this is Mayurasana is where your legs are extended. So relax yourself from Padmasana. Relax yourself from Padmasana. And once again, as your palms are on the ground, fingers pointing towards you, bring your, as you lean forward, bend the elbows on the side of the navel, and try to lean forward, bringing your weight onto the upper body and the palms so that you are able to balance. So once again, go down, lean forward, and try to balance in Mayurasana as you perform. Engage Moola Bandha. Chant Japa. Om Nithyananda Mahasada अथ वक्षे महादेव मयूरासनमुत्तमं भूमौ निपात्य हस्तौ पूर्वपरो परिदेहकम्. Slowly, you can relax, lie down on the ground, on the belly. Interlace your finger behind your neck in Makarasana. Yes, lie down on the belly, interlace your finger behind your neck. Perform Sahaj Kumka. Inhale through the nose, hold on to the breath comfortably, and then slowly relax. Exhale. Engage Moola Bandha. Visualize yourself as a calm, grounded crocodile resting at water's edge. Chant Japa. Om Nithyananda Mahasada अध्यास्य शृणु पद्म मुक्त्वा पृष्ठे निधायापि धृत्ताकराभ्याम्. Slowly relax. The next asana is Sarvasana. You can bring your hands as you are lying down on your belly. Bring your hand towards your chest. Both the hands on the side of your chest. Press your palms firmly onto the mat for stability and engage your core and lift both the legs. Raise your thighs. You're raising your legs and you're raising your thighs off the ground. Try to hold on to this asana for a few moments. As you keep your spine long, gently lift your chest and keep your shoulders down. Perform Shambhavi Mudra, Sahaj Kumbhaka. Engage Moola Bandha. Visualize yourself as locust. Chant Japa. Om Nithyananda Mahasada Shivoham. Om Nithyananda Mahasada Shivoham. अध्याससेते हृदयं निधाय भूमौ च पादौ च प्रसार्यमाणो श्रेष्ठ धृत्वा करदण्डयुग्मे देहावनिकारं मदनासनं दद. Now, relax as we enter into the next asana, which is Ustrasana. So in Ustrasana, bend both your legs. Bend both of your legs and hold on with both the respective hands, trying to bring your feet onto the ground by the side of the hip. So you can try to bring one leg onto the ground and then try on the other side. Engage Moola Bandha. Chant Japa. Om Nithyananda Mahasada Shivoham. Visualize yourself as a strong camel, leaning with a graceful back bend, forming a protective hum. Adhyasashete Padayugma Vashte Vishte Nidhayapi Ritam Karabhyam. The next asana is Dhanurasana. So as you are still lying down on the ground on the belly, hold on to both the feet with the respective hands and inhale and kick your legs upward while pulling simultaneously your feet towards the sky. So as you're holding on, when you lift your shoulders, lift your chest, try to bring your legs towards the sky. Engage Moola Bandha. Gaze to the third eye. Visualize being a strong bow. Your body stretched and energized. Chant Japa. Om Nithyananda Mahasada Shivoham. Prasare Pado Bhuvi Dante Rupo Karocha Prishte Dhrita Pada Yugmam. Now come to the seated position in Bhagasana with your knees bent. Come to the seated position in a kneeling position in Bhagasana. Hands on the respective knees. Inhale deeply in Sahaj Kumbhaka. Engage Mula Bandha. Bring your gaze to the third eye. Visualize the radiant sacred space of creation. See yourself in the Bhaga, womb of the very cosmos, the source of life and the cosmic energy. Feel complete love and protection, comfort, embodying the fertile ground of nurture, evolution, where prana itself blossoms into existence. Chant the japa. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. उल्टा मोड़ी पावदो वैसे बहुरी जुगती करे एक ऐसे पावन माहिरे गुल्फज जोई कुलाकाशिल लावे सोई. Now slowly you can lie down in Savasana. Relax yourself in Savasana. Try to avoid touching your feet, touching hands, keep it separate. Perform Shakti Chalana Mudra. Focus on your Muladhara. Contract the perineum to raise the dormant Kundalini, forcing upward. Draw the Apana and Vayu upward with intent, holding the energy and intention firmly inward. Practice this regularly. Grants mastery over the body, subtle powers such as anima and liberation from the fear of death. Engage Mula Bandha. Visualize Swamiji is liberating you.
Shivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham Nithyananda Paramashivoham Om 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 Nithyananda Paramashivoham
slowly come back to your physical body. Start to wiggle your fingers, your feet, your ankles, your wrist, your shoulders. Bring your knees to the chest and roll from left to right. And then slowly turn on one side and come back to the comfortable seated position. Yes, come back to the comfortable seated position. Let's bring our hands in Namaskar Mudra. And let's offer our gratitude to Swamiji, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Yoga, for giving this opportunity to perform the authentic yoga from the source. And with this, let's end the session with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavad Shri Nithyananda Paramashiva Namaskara Om Nithyanandam. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining, and make sure that you are tuning in tomorrow as well as we'll be going daily life. Thank you.